Hello my lovely sewing friends. I'm allowing you the rare privilege of being inside my sewing space because I wanted to share with you some of the progress on the vintage 1960s Vogue pattern that I'm working on at the moment, and specifically the work I've been doing on the bodice and the underlining, because I thought it would be more interesting than just static photographs of everything going on, to see exactly what goes into a make at this level. Some people would call it couture sewing. I think it just means that you're taking a lot of care over what you're doing, rather than just a simple summer dress that, you know, you can throw together. Anyway, before we touch the bodice of the final make, I quickly wanted to talk about the toile, which is really important. Beth and I made this together when I was studying with her. Not only does this allow you to organise the fit of your make, but it's a great reference tool for when you're moving forwards. I promise you that there will be a stage where you simply can't remember what you're meant to be doing next, and it's really useful to have something that you just handle and inspect to remind yourself, a visual record. So the final make is using a lavender wool, bought from Goldhock Road. I'll always regret that Dibs in the machine wasn't with me when I bought this wool, because she has fantastic negotiation skills. It's lined in silk organza supplied by Beth, and the two fabrics are attached by hand basting along all the seam lines, in this case using vintage orange silk thread. Once that's done, all the darts are made and all the seams are sewn. The seam allowances are pressed open and hand stitched down using a flat catch stitch. The seam allowances might look quite generous. That's because this way of working is a little bit different to having your usual 15mm seam allowance. You work by following the line of the hand-basted seam lines, and then you cut yourself a very generous seam allowance. This gives you a lot of room for manoeuvre, so that if something ends up being too small, you have a lot of room there for letting out, which we all know, ladies, is very useful. The other huge advantage of having an underlining is that all of this hand stitching down only needs to catch threads in the underlining rather than the fashion fabric, which means that on the outside, hopefully you have an incredibly finished and invisible amount of work, and you know, hopefully it's just going to make a gorgeous dress. My main reason for sharing this with you is that I just wanted you to see how much of a mess things can be in what hopefully is going to be a really nice finished make. So that's the bodice. It's about to all be covered up forever with the lining fabric and will hopefully look beautiful. Alright, thank you, bye!